Hi, my name is Daniela Sanchez, and I will be presenting to you the Self-Direct Search Test, also known as the SDS, by Dr. J.L. Holland. Although we already did this assessment in class, I decided to go over it because I didn't quite understand the process of scoring or administering the test. Dr. Holland believed that people were categorized in one of six personality types, which are realistic, investive, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. And the purpose of this assessment is to help people with vocational assistance, either to help them choose a career or help people that are seeking a second career, and also to help people who have vocational uncertainties. And another reason why this test was created was to help organize personal data. For example, for counselors, it would be a good idea to organize this data according to student scores, and it would help you create career development activities according to the style or the score of the student. And also, this test was created for research purposes, business, for psychology and sociology purposes. So I will be presenting the paper test. This test is you're able to do it online or on paper, and I found that the paper assessment, and it consists of 228 questions. The test is divided in 5 sections: occupational daydreams, activities, competencies, occupations, and self-estimates. And I will show you what the assessment booklet looks like. When the student receives the booklet, he or she will write occupational daydreams, and this part of the test was not included in the test that we had in class. And what the student does is they write all the occupations that they've ever thought of doing or that they wish to do, even as a younger child. They would name all these occupations on this page, and then it would go on to the activities, which is similar to or exactly what we did in the assessment in class, where they mark off whether they like or dislike a certain activity. And as we see here, it is divided into the 6 different personality types. Their competencies, where they would be able to mark yes or no, and the occupations that they have ever thought about doing or think they will be doing, they would also mark yes or no. And also their self-estimates, where they would be able to grade themselves on a scale of 1 to 7, 7 being the highest of what they think their abilities are. It can be mechanical, scientific, artistic, teaching, sales, and clerical. The test can be self-administered, but it is self-scored. At the end of the booklet, we find that the student needs to add up all the L's, all the likes, and all the dislikes of the activities, and then add up which letter is the highest. And at the bottom of the scoring sheet, they would find the summary code, which will be either a combination of 3 of the 6 letters. Whatever the highest number is, it will be the first code, and then the second and the third letter will follow. This test for high school students would be better to be administered individually or in a small group of 5 or 10 students. The reason why a test would be administered in a smaller group is to keep the group from being distracted, and that way you can prevent error in your scoring. After the student receives their summary code at the end of the booklet, for example, I will use my scores, and there is an occupational finder booklet that comes with the printed test, and my score was SCE. S was my highest letter. Occupations that match my personality: employment interviewer, personnel recruiter, psychiatric aid instructor, police officer. And if you feel that the scores doesn't match your personality, you're able to mix the letters that you have. You have 5 possibilities of switching the 3 letters that you get on your score. So if you feel that the SCE doesn't match your personality, you can then look for a different one, which is the SEC, and then read off those, and those might match your personality. So that is how this test is scored on the occupational finder. And then after that, the student will receive a booklet that's called You and Your Career. And this booklet pretty much explains how to go about certain careers, or how to look for more help, or how to speak to a counselor and ask the right questions. Like mentioned before, this test is self-administered, and the counselor can be there to help out the student. And if the counselor is doing this as a group or individually, I recommend that you read the Professional User's Guide. And this is a very informative booklet where it explains and gives you tips on how to counsel and talk to a student while taking this test. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you.